Guys, it's TK's back at it again with another reaction video. We're watching Salad Fingers. I wasn't going to leave the series for too long, and of course we had to come back to it at some point, so you definitely expected this.
Nope.
And I just thought, why not say it right out the gate to get it out of the way? Just to get everyone that may not be conditioned by the weirdness as I am out of the way so they don't get affected in any sort of way. This show is for a specific demographic, for people that have already been pulled in, or people that already know to expect weirdness from this show. Unfortunately, I happen to become the latter, so here we are, and let's just get into it. This series is made by David Firth, and recently I've been updated that he's come out of his sort of kind of retirement, half retirement, and he's released a 12th episode of Salad Fingers. I don't know if it's a coincidence that I reacted to this and then he all of a sudden came back and released another episode. I don't know if they correlate at all, but anyway, I think it's nice to hear that he's making some more animations and that he hasn't completely quit on the series. That there's a lot more building that he wants to do with Salad Fingers, and that's pretty interesting. Snacks for today are barbecue Lays, and we've also got some Chips Ahoy. Some Chips Ahoy. I may or may not have gotten through like two rows of it, so you can have I believe the last row. This isn't a family size one, so just go crazy with whatever's left in here. We are on Salad Fingers episode 7, and the title of this episode is called Shore Leave. And this is pretty interesting because Salad Fingers commonly references to like a sailor or a boat or anything of the sort if you've been paying attention to the episodes. Maybe he has some sort of affinity with aquatic life or like life as a sailor. I have no idea. Either way, we're gonna see what they do in this episode. I mean, there's a corpse. It looks like something of a corpse in the thumbnail, so I mean, there has to be something. Alright, let's see what Salad Fingers does this episode. On the beach. Or in the same location, and he's just eating sand. Okay. Some people do that by accident, but he's doing it on purpose.
Marjorie. The floor sugar does taste rather queer.
The floor sugar, okay. I really don't think that's what they call it, but sure. It's right outside your house.
Bruh. Hubert Cumperdale, you've been rather busy.
Oh, he dug that hole by himself. Well, you know what? With the weird things that we've seen with Hubert, it sort of kind of makes sense now. Hubert has something.
Could it be
more to him? Huh?
Back from the Great War. My very own little Kenneth.
A corpse.
Back on shore leave to see his older brother.
There's so many people that are supposedly back from the Great War.
It was frightfully rude of you blokes to leave for the Great War without
Is Salad Fingers suffering from some sort of trauma from some sort of war that might have taken place? Because the world is barren right now. Like, there's hardly any other life besides the characters that we have seen. So I wonder if this is like, what do you call it? Nuclear something.
Lock up your daughters tonight, General.
Like, it's the very last of the people that are left on the planet. At least in this,
Maybe you can come and tuck me in tonight, sailor.
What?
Stop.
Bruh. You're trying to flirt with the corpse.
The brave Kenneth, back from the Great War to spread his wild oats.
I don't think he can spread anything, to be honest. Except stench. Pulled him straight out of the grave, and now you're already trying to flirt with him and have dinner with him, and what?
You feeling a little sleepy?
Yeah, I think he's been asleep for way more than you've seen him.
If one's feeling rather slumberous.
Okay, so the thumbnail did not lie. He's literally just hanging out with a corpse.
Working every shift I can. I used to sing at all the functions, from Croxley Heath to Cowdenbeath.
So there was some civilization before now.
Care for a spot of ruby tea.
And Salad Fingers definitely remembers that there was civilization.
Clumsy me.
Nuclear fallout, that's what I was thinking about. This is probably like the aftermath of nuclear fallout, and Salad Fingers is in the moment probably like in PTSD of losing all his friends. This is just a little headcanon that I've got going, but I feel like that may be the case. Suffering from a very traumatic event. Nuclear warfare would tend to do that.
21. 21 yards from the front door today. It seems you're quite the slow coach, Mr. Branches. You've barely shuffled an inch all week.
I mean, it's a tree. It doesn't really move. Yeah, I don't think he's very interested in your story. He's kind of falling over.
The Great War.
Oh my
Why
god.
you gonna hit his knuckle with a spoon? Do you know how much that hurts? Oh, I hate that. I hate it so much. I can't even think of the pain right now. Honestly, it's one of those small things you wouldn't think would hurt as much, but yeah, straight on the knuckles, that is painful.
Well, back you go then. Back to the ghastly trenches.
I really sense.
I only ask that our Creator return
I really
you
sense that he's getting
unspoiled from the cruel hand of
he's
war.
reopening some trauma with this episode.
We'll meet again.
He might have been
Don't know where.
somewhere in the Navy,
Don't know
or
when.
he knew someone that left for the Navy. He knew a couple of people that left for the Navy. It might have been like one big event that happened.
We'll meet again.
Don't know where. Don't know when.
Don't know when.
This is.
But
What is this, a flashback of some sort, or is this in his
doing
mind?
It all wrong. You're not playing in the right key.
Oh, that's it. Oh, I really don't know what that was, but I'm gonna try to interpret it to the best of my ability. I can only assume, by cause of nuclear fallout, Salad Fingers is very lonely, and the characters that he has interacted with have probably been the only few survivors that he has found. We've seen how messed up these characters have looked. They have malformed heads, missing appendages, blackened eyes. Some chemical or nuclear reaction has happened to where they've been changed in grotesque ways. It probably also goes for Salad Fingers due to him being green and having red eyes. I think he probably looked like a normal person up until that point, so a nuclear fallout had to be the case of this. And he's just trying to remember what society was before that happened. And next we're going to be watching episode 8 of Salad Fingers, and this one is called Cupboard. Don't exactly know why it's called Cupboard. Maybe he'll sort of draw himself back from some sort of small item that's in the cupboard, I don't know. From the thumbnail, it seems like Salad Fingers is crying, and I think the tears are sort of kind of red. I feel like he may still be pulling from past trauma, and maybe that is going to come back to haunt him in some way. These two episodes feel like they're going to correlate the most with each other, at least from the thumbnail alone. It seems like he will continue facing his past and the things that have come from it. Oh, radio? Oh, okay, it's cupboard. There we go. I don't know why it showed a radio. That was interesting. Oh, we've got new intro animations and stuff. Okay, we can see that he's upgrading.
Hello.
He's sitting in his chair.
I like
And he's got a radio. I don't think he had this much furniture before.
I listen to the war. And sometimes, if I'm an early bird, I listen to Croxley.
So the war is still
breakfast.
going on. Maybe. So it's not that it happened in the past.
I can't find a clear station, Roger.
Maybe it's that it's currently happening and he doesn't know how to cope with it. I'm just making up theories on the fly.
He gets a little uppity.
I don't
when
think
he
radios
hasn't had
run
his
on peanuts, not gonna lie. I don't think that's a good power source. It is doing something. Some weird frequency going on.
Oh, what a hideous sound.
Yeah.
Have I happened upon an unpleasant broadcast?
I don't think it's active at all. I think
What's
you
this
just
about,
got some
Roger?
static going on.
I do hope it doesn't concern me.
Wait, the radio is... Okay. Is he hungry, or...?
A man can't cope with all these unpleasant frequencies about. I think I'll sit this one out in the safety cupboard.
Oh, safety cupboard, okay. So some sort of safe room, but it's a small box-like area, okay. It's a little bit cramped. Hopefully you got some snacks in there. It's all concrete and...
Tiddly-tap-de-tum-de-too, tiddly-tap-de-tee. Where are you skipping off to today, Penny Pigtails? I'm heading off the market for some raspberry jam. I'll sell you no such thing, said the market trader.
Bruh.
Your legs are made of cotton and they're far too long.
He gets very into these characters, not gonna lie.
All is not
He
lost,
puts a
Penny
lot
Pigtails.
of dedication into these characters.
You found yourself a special hair.
Whoa. I never thought I could be disturbed by something like that. It's just hair, but oh my... Is it hair? I don't even know. It's just... The way it was shown looks so very graphic. Okay. Okay. I had to expect something like that. I don't think it was as bad as the you know, what we saw a few episodes ago. I will not say what it was.
A gay little quintet, gently singing in the breeze.
Okay. Just a bunch of hairs. Or string. Honestly, they look like both. Oh, hey, Hubert.
There were 3 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over.
3? There aren't 3 in the bed, though. There's only 2. What the... Is that mud?
Scrub that muck off at once, Hubert Cumberdale.
You gotta toss them in there.
No dirty immigrants in my house.
Bro. Whoa, what? Whoa. You brought them into your house. Huh. Very odd. Very, very odd. You know, his house is kind of built up. It's kind of built up more and more as we've gone along. He's got more rooms in his house. Because I believe he's only had 1 room so far in the other episodes. But as far as the character has grown, his house has grown as well. He's got more furniture, more rooms. I wonder if that means something. He's got different items.
Roger, I shan't have you bellowing such frequencies at this hour, upsetting my insides and worrying my mind. I've a good mind to show you the door.
That's a radio. I really don't think... I mean, I guess you could throw it out. A radio has hairs? Well, this is definitely not real. There's no way this is real.
But it's not my turn. And it's a rotten job. I shan't, I can't, and I won't.
I mean, it is your house. Is that his inner thoughts telling him to do this? Or is this something else? So I'm kind of putting my hand up often. I'm getting like my thinking pose.
That wasn't supposed
Why
to
would you
happen.
do that? Why would you do that? And he's crying in the cupboard. And that was it. That's all we got from that. I feel like I was definitely right in saying that Salafingers would be pulling from past traumatic events. And it seems like from what we've gathered, or at least from what he said, the war is currently going on. Of course, that could just be him still trying to remember what happened. I don't think we've had any new characters introduced besides Kenneth. And that is, I believe, the lowest amount we've had this series so far. We usually have 1 to 2 characters like every 2 episodes, but for this time we only got 1. I honestly wonder if the characters that Salafingers has supposedly made up have anything to do with the people of the past that he may have interacted with. I definitely feel like this series has gone from more than straight up disturbing content and is kind of building on itself, and he's actually giving Salafingers like a very concise story to go on. I feel like he's definitely got something going with this character. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me for this episode. If you guys did enjoy this or were very gravely disturbed by it, then that's understandable, and if you want to continue to comment, like, sub, as always, it's very greatly appreciated. The link to David Firth's channel, as well as the link to the Twitter, Twitch, and Discord will be in the description. We'll be doing another one of these at some point, of course, but until then, continue to be awesome, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks.